First off, give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem, Rakar Kadash. All right, double honors to the apostles and the elders of GMS. Salutes and honors to the elect, all the brothers across the four corners who are enduring in truth and sincerity, and the women and children who follow. Okay, we are the Hebrew Israelites who come out here week in, week out to prophesy the downfall of America, to let the Negroes and Latinos and Native Americans know that you're the true children of Israel according to the Bible. Okay, let you know that Babylon is America in the scriptures. It's going to be confounded. It's going to go down in the Third World War, which is going to be a nuclear war. Not only that, that Esau, the so-called white man, okay, he's the devil that the Bible speaks of, and at the end of the day, he's going to come to naught, okay? He's going to be in slavery under the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, okay? So with that being said, you know, we're going to get into it.
Romans 15 and 4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning.
That's right, man. All these things in the Bible were meant for our learning, okay? It's that experience that you get before you get to experience it. Okay? It's telling you, that's what prophecy is, to say before. It's telling you before it happens what's gonna happen to you in that day. What are the times gonna be like? What to look for in that day, so you know what the situation is, so you're not in the dark, so to speak.
For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we, patience and comfort of the scriptures, might have hope.
That's right, it gives us hope, because we already know what the game plan is. When you know what the game plan is, you can go out and execute. And that's what the men of the Lord should be doing right now. Executing righteousness, okay? Being a man of the Lord, doing what it is you need to do to get salvation, to reach the finish line, to help other brothers reach the finish line, to condemn this place, America, to give the other nations as well as our people their judgment according to the scriptures. That's what the Bible is here for. That's what we ought to be doing right now. I said this to bring in the scripture that we're mainly going to be talking about, because it's prophecy, okay? Everything that we're going into either happened in the past or is going to happen in the future. But it was written before for our learning, so that even in these days, we can break down what happened.
Hallelujah, Israel!
We can break down what happened in our past and what's going to happen in our future, and still compare what's going on in the present. You got something?
Revelations 12 and 1. And there appeared a great wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun and the moon under her feet, and upon her head a crown of 12 stars.
Now that crown of 12 stars, that's talking about the children of Israel. You have 12 tribes of Israel according to the Negroes, the Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay? So that's what that crown of 12 stars is talking about. It's not talking about a Statue of Liberty or any other breakdown that you want to put along with it. It's talking about the children of Israel.
And she, being with child, cried, travailing in birth, in pain to be delivered. And there appeared...
Now that pain to be delivered, that's talking about all the bad things that we went through in that Roman Empire, okay? Because similar to what we're going through now, we were going through hell in the Roman days. You seen Yahweh Shai was crucified. He wasn't the only one. That was commonplace to crucify not only our nation, but other nations as well. You had what's called a Roman candle. You had Jakes literally being put up on the cross, being lit on fire. That's where the statement Roman candle comes from. Those are things that we went through. We're going through these things now in these days. That's why I said things written before were meant for our learning, because we still being persecuted in these days. The police police are still shooting us down. Our own people are still shooting us down. Okay? We can't make it as a people because of the things, our downfalls and shortcomings from the past, but we gotta learn from that and go forward in His truth to get out of it and ultimately get salvation.
Yeah, like, I just did a video yesterday. They got something called the New Black Code, which is basically black people treating black people the right way. It's not gonna happen. Because niggas is dumb, first of all. And well, the main reason is we're under curses. Because when you read the New Black Code, it's like we won't steal from one another. We will teach our own and protect our own before. We'll teach our own and protect our own before we do unto somebody else. Brothers build up, brothers, sisters build up, sisters, brothers build up. Like, it's basically the laws, statutes, and commandments in their own words, man. All right? But we're under curses, therefore it's not going to happen, man. We going to be in this shithole until our Redeemer comes. Because that child that she was with, here, you sign to cover the camera. That child that she was with, you can put the notebook down. Put the notebook down. That child that she was with was the Lord, man. All right? I wasn't going to read down and go get more into it, but that child that she was the Lord. Okay? Because that's our Redeemer. If I knew only one person was going to be born to save you, why wouldn't I try to take that one person out so I can keep you oppressed, man? I had to switch swords, you know. This the older sword. It can get
right, take you where it's there.
You know? Already been through some battles.
This is the elements, man. This is what we dealing with, man.
Yeah, in season and out of season. Good weather and bad weather. What we going? Close up, camp? Notebook open. We don't care. Gonna close up camp because there's some rain coming. Let's say one or two. Fuck it. When your ass born out of water, nigga? In the womb, boy. Alright. It's Revelation 12:2. And she being with child cried, travailing in birth and pain to be delivered.
That's right, it's talking about Yahushua, like the brother said.
And there appeared another wonder in heaven, and behold, a great red dragon, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and 7 crowns upon his head. Revelation 12:3. And there appeared another wonder in heaven, and behold, a great red dragon, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and 7 crowns upon his head.
That's the beast, man. That's that whole Roman system that we're talking about, man. We got the picture. So this represents, okay, you got the Greeks, the British, German, major and minor, the Spanish, the Romans, the French, okay? Of course, the whore that's on the beast is America. But this is NATO, the EU, all those countries, man, all those Edomite ran countries is what it's speaking of. It was fucked up back then, it's more fucked up right now, okay? Everything that's wicked about this world goes back to these countries, man. It goes back to these people who are set up to rule over us right now, who are set up, like the brother said, to bring us down, to keep us down. They think their houses are going to continue forever, okay? They don't have faith like we have faith that Yahushua is going to come back and save them, okay? Their faith is in upsetting the prophecies. Their faith is in, because like we're going to read, you know, taking down Yahushua.
I think the rain is all right.
represents the 12 tribes of Israel, then what's a third of these stars?
Say again?
It's talking about 3 of the tribes of Israel, which is talking about Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. And those are the three stars in heaven that is talking about the dragon group. Because the other tribes, they were over here already. They left back in the time of the Babylonian captivity. The Syrian captivity. Okay, they were already over here, but Judah, Benjamin, and Levi were still over there in the land, okay, being persecuted by the Romans.
It's the 2nd Ezra 13 and 40. Those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land in the time of Hosea the king, whom Salmanassar, the king of Assyria, led away captive, and he carried them over the waters, and so came they into another land.
That's right, man. That's when they went down into their boats, and they came down around the Horn of Africa and went into the Americas, man. That's why there was only 3 tribes left who were known as the Judah. Jews. That's where you get the term from, because Judah was the head tribe. But within that, you still had Benjamin, you still had Levi, who are the main ones who came into slavery on the slave ships.
Yeah, basically, Levi was split up because when they came over here, they took some of the priests with them. You know what I'm saying? And then some of the priests stayed, because you always had to have a priest around. You know, only the tribe of Levi, that's why I said 10 tribes. You know? That's why I said 10, because they had a portion of the Levites, man. Alright? I am gonna finish this. It says, but they took this counsel among themselves that they would leave the multitude of the heathen and go forth into a further country where never mankind dwelt, that they might there keep their statutes which they never kept in their own land. All right, and it don't mean never kept, because it got to a point of time where our people became more and more wicked, man, more and more rebellious. All right, and they started rejecting the Most High and started worshiping other gods. So it got to a point where our laws wasn't being kept in our lands as a whole nation, man. Okay? Because that's how Jake do. Jake do it to this day. When they get something new, they really rocking with it, and then over time, they just go about their own business.
It gets boring.
It gets boring. All right? It gets old. This again. This again. Shit, what's wrong with eating healthy every day? You know? It says, they entered into the Euphrates by the narrow passage of the river, for the Most High then showed signs for them, and held still the flood till they were passed over.
That's right, man. The Most High, at the end of the day, He helped them get to where they needed to be.
Why?
Not only because it was prophecy, but He was with them. It wasn't like they was doing it for a malicious reason. Oh, we got to go over here and come up with. They actually wanted to keep the laws. They wanted to be righteous, but we are in these chains of darkness. You know, we're in this flesh. We go off. But at the end of the day, it was prophecy.
Yeah, the main reason was prophecy, because them coming over here fulfilled us coming out of being saved out of Babylon. Because them coming over here, then the practice came over here, then you know, Judah, Benjamin, and the rest of Levi came all over here, as well as, you know, on the other side of the world as well. But this is the place where that salvation is going to happen on a major scale. This is the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people. You know what I'm saying? But I will then come back to you and be like, you are my people. This is the place where we got our knowledge back, our heritage back. Like the first scripture the brother wanted out was, the things written aforetime was written for our learning. So had we not had this book out, you got people walking around saying this is the white man's book. No, this is these people's book. The Israelites book, man. The Negro, Latinos, and the Native Americans. But the simple fact is, our history is in here, and our futuristic events is in here as well, man. And only our people can get it, understand it, and be saved from it. All right. Now you do have some people, as far as the other nations, they come out and say this and that, but they can't start a camp and teach. You know what I'm saying? Teach the truth and expect salvation if they're Edomites by their ethnicity, man. But hey, that goes into what? The strangers of faces, man. All right, been that speckled bird. Our people, even been a cake unturned. You know, our people looking like the other nations, but them still being our people. All right. All right, this is Revelations 12 and 4. And his tail drew the third part of the stars of heaven and did cast them to the earth.